Hi students and welcome to week 10. It's hard to believe that we're already talking about week 10 of this semester when it feels like we just started. I wanted to do this quick video to preview the week for you. So this week we are in week 10, which is on psychosocial development in adolescence. So as you may remember from your own teenage years, these are years that are filled with the influence of friends, changes brought on as we looked at last week from puberty and some of the physical changes. Certainly, that is changing the way that we see ourselves in the world. So, this chapter will take you through all those different aspects of psychosocial development. So, hopefully, you will enjoy this week. I have, in addition to your quiz for chapter 10, you have the PowerPoint slides, as well as I have posted a TED Talk video for you that's on the mental health for teenagers. What we know is that even pre-pandemic, we started seeing an increase in mental health issues amongst teenagers. And since the pandemic, those numbers have only increased. And so this TED Talk will give you some insight into some of the possible causes for the mental health issues that we're seeing in the teenage years and provide some perspective on that. So there's not a particular assignment attached to this TED Talk video, but I do want you to watch it after you read chapter 10 and prepare as you think about the material for this week. I also have a video on teen social development. As I mentioned, that social aspect is such a large part of being a teenager. And so this video will walk you through those influences, how self-identity forms based upon our peer group, and so forth. So those two videos should really enhance the material that you're learning about this week from chapter 10. In addition to those assignments, you also have your critical analysis of a scholarly article due. And so I wanted to take a minute to go through this assignment with you. As you can see here on the screen, this will meet your student learning outcome number 2. And you can, I won't read it to you now, but you can see that what that learning outcome is right here. So what I want you to do is to go into the SAC library, use our psychological journals, and you have a video, and you've already done some of this for some of your discussion questions. So use that same process of locating a scholarly peer-reviewed journal article, and then you're going to answer those questions. And this is a guideline to critically analyze that article that you're reading. And what I want you to find an article about is, we're here in adolescence. It can be anything up to this point. It doesn't have to be just about adolescence. It can be about prenatal development, the early stages of infancy through childhood up to adolescence. But it should be an article that focuses on the development. So whether that's physical, intellectual, social, or emotional, you can choose amongst any of those. As you know, all semester, we have been looking at those different aspects of development. And then, as I mentioned, these are a guideline of questions that will help you critically analyze that journal article. Don't forget to cite the article that you read and that you're discussing further through your critical analysis, and make sure that that's in APA format. And remember, we have a whole module up above that shows you examples and will help you with not only of your research of finding the article, but also properly citing in APA format. So, though that is what you have to look forward to. I also want to mention, just in case you have plans, all of these assignments are due on Sunday, October 31st, which happens to also be Halloween. So if you're planning to be doing something that day, just work accordingly. Of course, you have all week. You don't have to wait until the last day. You can get a jump start on this anytime during the week that your schedule allows. And as always, if you have any questions whatsoever, please reach out to me. We can always hold Zoom hours. I know this is a completely online course, but I'm also happy to meet you on campus during my student hours, or as I mentioned, we can do a Zoom session if that's more convenient for you. So have a great week, everyone. Let's close out October on a positive note. And don't be intimidated by this critical analysis of a scholarly journal. I know that sounds maybe daunting to you, but if you will use these questions that I have posted here as ways to think about analyzing that article, you should do just fine. But I'm here to help you if you need it. Have a great week, everyone.